You know what sound that is, folks? You bet. It's another Noon Whistle. I'm Chris Trottier.
And I'm John Anzalone, and we have Tori and Ashley with us today. And I got my food service gear on for our talk today.
Love it. Yes.
Thought I'd be in theme.
Still it's great from our high school
usually
kitchen.
do, Mr. Anzalone.
What's that, Chris?
You look cuter than you usually do.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yeah, I had a hard time putting my hair on, or this hat on with my hair, but I got it.
You got tucked in good.
Yeah. So, hey, we're talking school lunch. We're talking Elkhorn Area School District school lunch, and you guys lead the way on this day in, day out. I know you guys serve 8 buildings, right? Is that correct?
Yeah. So we have 3 elementary schools. We have a middle school or high school, and then we have CCA, SOFOS, and options. So
which we ship and deliver meals out
How
to
many
from the
total
high school.
kids is that you're serving in a day?
oh gosh. Well, for example, high school alone on Friday, they served 400 lunches and then an additional like 112 entrees, and that's just a high school.
Yep.
So oh gosh.
And that doesn't include breakfast, does it?
No, that's
No.
just lunch.
Lunches, like when I've ran it once, it's like 6,000
Wow.
in a week.
In a week.
In a whole week. Like between all the elementaries, the high school, middle school, and then our 3 charter schools.
Yeah.
So tell us this, is there any stigma behind school lunches, whether from the food side or I remember the lunch lady? I know I have fond memories of the lunch ladies that I had when I was in high school.
Chris
They seemed so
Farley.
nice. Yeah.
No, yeah, there's unfortunately definitely a stigma, which we've been trying to kind of break loose from that. We are trying to, change the title of our workers to school nutrition workers because
like
they're
it.
not just cooks. We do take, care and pride into what we prepare, and we want to make things as nutritious as possible. So they're not just cooking. There's also some educating that goes in that as well. And yeah, go ahead.
No, I just caught myself. I said lunch lady, but we have
Lunch.
men as well, correct?
Correct.
Yep. So lunch crew.
Yes.
Because we have, grandmas, aunts, uncles,
Moms.
cousins.
Whole family affair. It's a family matters here in our department, which is great. So
Yeah, you guys are changing things up a little bit, right? We got new things at the high school this year.
yeah, National School Lunch Week is in the 2nd week of October. We got some fun things menued. We did just launch our salad bar this week again. So
But even especially at the high school level, they love bowls. So
Yes.
last year we started the burrito bowl day, and that line is just insane. So now we're doing
a harvest bowl
Yeah.
for the
Ooh.
month of October. So like quinoa and sweet potatoes and diced chicken. So yes.
mixing.
That's not lunchroom, that's food court.
Right?
I need a towel. My mouth is watering. Wow. So
Yeah,
how do
that's
you
some
guys-
pretty
how
good
do you
choices.
guys- You serve, like you said, 6,000 in a week. There's got to be some personalization for certain students.
Yeah.
What's this method behind the madness on making sure that every kid gets the right nutritional needs that don't trigger allergies?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's also a lengthy process. My background's in dietetics and nutrition, so I learned about special diets and allergies, that sort of thing. But essentially, beginning of the school year, we get influx of parents that reach out to us. They fill out medical documents where if there's special dietary needs that need to be assorted. We try to mimic their meals as close as what we're offering, so they feel included. But we communicate with our staff so they're aware of who these students are. A lot of times they have personal relationships with these students as well because they know, this is what we have to provide for them. We have to make sure there's no cross-contamination. Or, we work with diabetics as well. So carb counting, making sure everything's sorted out ahead of time. So inadvertently, it kind of forces our staff to have relationships with those students. But yeah, so lots of time and love.
Yeah, our head cook at the middle school last year had quite a few dietary restrictions and would take products that we would have to use. She would buy it herself, try it at home, so she knew she was serving a good gluten-free, dairy-free quesadilla come Monday.
Wow, that's kind of a great segue into Elkhorn Area School District, their food service team, and you guys are school employees. We're in-house, right?
Yep, self-op.
which isn't always the norm because some schools do what?
Contract management. So a lot of local districts have converted to using contract management companies. Elkhorn has been self-op, and we hope to continue to always be self-op. We have, again, I think it's more community-based. We get to have fun with, designing menus. These big corporations are contract management companies that come in. They're not necessarily from the area. So we do have, it's more at home with being a self-op program.
Well, I could speak to it. We did pre-show, which is always comical and engaging. I had that in a previous district, and the personalization and the kind of just the culture around meeting a kid's needs and how ensuring every kid has a meal, a breakfast, a lunch, and how those nutritional needs support student achievement, and how we get the personal kids and offer them is really different when you have a self-operation versus contract. It's just personalized.
Yeah. What are some of those like kind of special things or personalized things that you guys do, whether that be the relationship wise or maybe how the lunchroom looks or gets served or things like that?
Yeah, we have a little bit more free will. I do the menu planning, so it's easier for me to implement or try new things, especially last minute. Because quite frankly, in the food service realm, supply chain issues are a very real thing. I think we have more of the capability to pivot. We also get that one-on-one feedback with students personally. I also coach track, so some of the high school students have no issue coming up and telling me that, the Mandarin orange chicken slaps for the day. But something, on the menu may not be their favorite. So
one extra.
Yes.
And I just think elementary kids, I know Kim at Jackson, every day she has certain kiddos, relationships with them. They're coming in. Hi, Miss Kim, what's for lunch today? And she's like, this is the best part of my day is when those certain kiddos come in, talk to me every single day, and they have that rapport.
Yeah, which is amazing. And I know you guys, Ashley, I've seen you doing a lot of decorating for different seasons and things like that.
I like cute things, and I like to bring, at least at the elementary level, bulletin boards just to kind of show our menu, but then put a fun spin on it each month.
We are the warm and fuzzies. At least we like to think we're the warm and fuzzies. We like to keep your bellies warm and, your heart's full. So.
Yeah, and I would think it becomes at some point where it's almost first name basis, right? Where it's cooks to kids and kids to cooks. And
so yesterday
I used to sub at Jackson, and I remember the first time subbing in the kitchen with my ladies as the food service admin. They're like, every single child that went through the line. But they start to know every kid too after the school year goes on, and Tori at the high school, just with coaching. So it's a lot of relationship building. What makes this job worth it?
We had Robin LeBlanc, one of the students, came up to her yesterday asking her if she could be there for emotional support while he asked someone to homecoming.
Yellow.
So, I feel like that speaks, volume as to what kind of relationships our staff have with our students. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Go ahead, Chris.
Besides, you guys paint an amazing positive picture, and we know that behind the scenes there's challenges. You talked about some of the logistics and getting food. What are some other challenges that your food service staff or the two of you face that are either in your control sometimes or out of your control?
Yeah, every day is very different. Every challenge is very
Did you
unique.
say very different or very different?
Very different.
Oh, I thought you said very different.
Very.
Fun.
No, I'm not that funny. But no, so staffing can be hard. We have, all of our staff are phenomenal, but obviously some, like everybody else, if someone's out, we're still there and we have to function and we have to provide kids meals. So it's not, if the position's not filled, it's oh, here we go. We'll move on with the day. We have to figure it out. So a lot of times, if we can't find a sub, Ashley and I, we suit up. Yes.
Mr. Hansalone has helped us in many times. Government regulations.
Yes, government regulations is huge because we are federally funded. There are a lot of regulations we have to abide by, a lot of paperwork we have to do. So, you know, I think what goes with a stigma as well, just bringing up that I have to do weekly requirements for nutritional values and needs. And if, you know, people are saying, oh, school lunch isn't healthy, it's like, no, we have K-12 nutrition products that are tailored towards meeting these specific requirements. So like sodium, that is a huge requirement that they're becoming more strict on. So all of these products, and then it's like, can we get the products even? Because that's a whole nother issue. You know, we put in orders a week before, come Monday, I find out I can't get, you know,
s'mores bars.
Yeah, or like chicken. So like this past week, chicken was a huge thing. Like tons of different chicken products I wasn't able to get. I'm like, great. Is this still like bird flu that's affecting us from previous years? You know, so those are a lot of supply chain issues, staffing. We run around a lot.
Sure. So you guys mentioned, you know, that is it, you said National Food or Nutrition Week coming up. Yes. Besides that, what are some things that kids, families should look forward to that you guys are either that's in beta you're thinking about, or that you're excited to share right now on the Noon Whistle?
Ooh. Well, this is all new to us, but like last year we did celebrate National School Breakfast Week, National Lunch Hero Week. That's why like I'm pretty active on our Facebook page. So like parents like to see their kids at school when they're not with their kids, whether what level it is. So if they're like, oh, there's Michael eating lunch with his friends, like it just gives, you know, parents reassurance that they're getting fed, they're with their friends, they're happy.
Yeah, we like to try to put I love cooking. Like personally, I love to cook. So being able to personalize and think of, you know, and I also have a child now too. Like if my child were to go to school, what kind of foods are they eating and what do I want them to be consuming? So Ashley and I, we were like huge push towards fresh produce, fruits and vegetables at all across the levels. High school, middle school, that wasn't really ever an issue. Elementary school, we're like, oh my gosh, these kids like during probably one of the most, you know, pivotal points of development and being exposed to these fruits and vegetables at a younger age is going to increase the likelihood that they'll like it and consume it later on in life too. So
I think more community engagement is like going to be a huge goal and push for like us in the next year or so.
Where do we find you guys on social media? How do we find you?
Yeah, if you actually go to Elkhorn Area Schools Food Service Team, that is our website.
All right. And
on Facebook, correct?
On Facebook, yes.
Correct.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay.
Yes.
So, all right, real quick, before we get to thank yous, because the time's almost about to run out, you mentioned the high school, they like stuff in bowls.
Yeah.
What's the middle school and elementary separate? What do you think is the most popular item on the menu? Go.
Mandarin orange chicken.
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Hello. Okay. Comfort food 101. I like
yes.
it. All right. I love it. Okay.
I want to slide in a couple things real quick, Chris.
Go ahead there, John.
Can I butt in? So there's a couple things we talked about. I want you guys to explain real quickly about the summer lunch program and who's eligible. While we're having our summer enrichment programs, you guys are serving lunch. There's some people that are eligible that might not know they are.
Yeah, so summer lunch program, it is available nationwide up to kids 18 years or younger or 21 with a disability. So we're, you know, someone from California could come to us during the middle school, during operation time. And
they don't have to be enrolled in summer school to
correct.
Come. Okay, perfect. Nice. Quick question number 2. Explain to me what the Angel Fund is.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so it's a fund where we take donations and we essentially apply it to anybody for families that are in need. So negative accounts, families that are going through hard times. We communicate with principals, social workers to see if we can help them out in any way.
How do I donate?
So through Classmunity, you can go to our district page website. You can find us through there. There is an Angel Fund donation spot, so you can do that. We did receive an awesome donation from VLS, so we would like to see more, families or businesses aid us involved.
I'm not very good with computers. Can I still donate?
You
Yes.
How do I do that?
Check, cash. You can drop it off at the district office.
All right.
Make it rain, John. Make it rain. All right, we've come to that time. Let's do some shout outs and thank yous. Tori and Ashley, we'll let you go first.
Yeah, we thank our high school staff for starting the salad bar after all the chaos that we've been waiting for. So
It's been a while.
it has been a while.
Awesome. John?
Entire food service team. Like they're amazing. The organization and things that go into that and how they pull it off. Amazing.
Thank
Thank
I'm
you.
going to thank John. You and I were in attendance yesterday. I'm going to thank Wasita and the Walworth County CHIPS team, which would be the Community Health Improvement Plan team, for putting together an amazing Walworth County Housing Summit. We saw about 150 people there that ranged from government, business, economic, educational, university leaders, all talking about how the impact of the lack of housing in our county is impacting a variety of issues and driving some challenges. So really good. I big shout out to Derek Diori, Executive Director with CETA, for making it happen. Anything else?
All right.
Anything else for the good of the order here before we go back to work and listen for that whistle? Anything?
No, thank you for
All right.
having us.
Thank you guys. You're great.
Get over to start serving some food right now because you're dressed for success.
Yeah.
Get
Thanks
back
for the
to work.
uniform.
Thank you, Ashley. Look at that. We got Judy Anzalo just shouted out to us on Facebook. Do you know her, John?
Barely.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Ashley. John, always a pleasure. And on that note, everybody have a good one.